Yo, so what is up, guys? Pewdiepie back again with another video, and today I have an amazing video for you guys. I know you guys all know Marcelo from Real Madrid, the right back. Today he has an amazing story to tell us. I'm gonna narrate it for you guys. He posted this on the Players Tribune, and I'm just gonna tell you guys the story. It's gonna be an amazing thing. If you guys enjoy this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get right into it. I couldn't breathe. I was trying not to panic. This was in the dressing room right before the Champions League final against Liverpool in 2018. It felt like I had something stuck in my chest, this huge pressure. Do you know that feeling? I'm not talking about nerves. Nerves are normal in football. This was something different. I'm telling you, brother, it felt like I was suffocating. Everything had started the night before the final. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking only of that match. It was funny actually, because my wife, Clarice, gets so mad at me for biting my nails, and she finally got me to stop a few years ago. But I woke up that morning of the final and all of my nails were gone. A little bit of nerves is normal in football. I don't care who you are. If you're not feeling anxious for playing in a final, you're not a real person. I don't care who you are, you're just not trying to shit your pants. It's the truth, brother. For me, the pressure was the most intense before the Liverpool final. Maybe people would think it before, so I didn't know what was happening. I thought about calling for the doctor, but I was worried that he wouldn't let me play, and I needed to play at 100%. I had to prove something to myself. A few days before the final, a former Real Madrid player had said something on TV that stuck with me in my head. He'd been asked what he thought about the final, and he said, "I think Marcelo should buy a poster of Mohamed Salah, put it on his wall, and pray to it every night." After 12 years and 3 Champions League trophies, he disrespected me like that on live TV? This comment was meant to sink me, but it gave me so much motivation. I wanted to make history. I wanted little kids in Brazil to look at me like I used to look at Roberto Carlos. I wanted them to start growing their hair out because of Marcelo, you know? So I was sitting in my locker struggling to breathe, and I thought to myself, how many kids in the world play ball? How many of them dream of playing in a Champions League final? Millions, millions, millions. Calm yourself. Lace up your boots, brother. I knew that football pitch. You could be growing up in chaos, everything could be going crazy around you, but if you have a ball at your feet, I will die. But you have to understand what this moment meant to me. When I was growing up, Real Madrid, the Champions League, it was BS. A fairy tale. It wasn't real. Beckham, Zidane, Roberto Carlos. Those guys were as real as Batman. You cannot meet them in real life. You cannot shake the hand of a comic book hero. Do you know what I'm saying? Those guys walk on air. They float above the grass. And nothing has changed. It's the same for the kids now. Here's a true story. I have this kid who works as a gardener in my store, in my house in Madrid. And one day Roberto Carlos came over to see me, and we were hanging out, and the kid walked in. He completely froze. He was a statue. I said, "Hey, this is Roberto Carlos." The kid was staring at him and said, "No, it can't be." Roberto said, "It's me." Man, the kid had to touch Roberto's head to verify that it was the real Roberto Carlos. Finally he said, "Roberto, it's you. This is what it means to us. It's different." Seriously, when I played my first Champions League match for Real Madrid, I heard the anthem and I said to myself, gee, brother, it's like in the video game. The camera's gonna come and do a close-up so you can't laugh. This is my reality. Do you understand? Listen, a few years ago I went back to Brazil to see my family, and I took one of the match balls from the Champions League final to my friend's amateur match. My buddies were kicking it around and I said, "It's the real ball from the final, you know." Everything stopped. They looked at this ball like it was something from the moon. They said, "BS." All of these grown men, they were like little kids. They really could not believe that it was the real thing. They didn't even want to touch it, like it was precious, like it was holy. Do you understand now? For little Marcelinho from Rio to have a chance to win 3 Champions Leagues in a row? Come on. It was pressure, pressure, pressure. I felt it in my bones, brother. I'm not afraid to tell the truth. When we went out for the warm-up against Liverpool, I still couldn't calm myself. But then we lined up for the kickoff under all the lights, and I saw the football in the center circle, and everything changed. I saw the holy football. I saw the rock from the moon. The weight was lifted off my chest. I was at peace. There was nothing but the ball. I cannot tell you about the match. I just remember 2 things very vividly. With about 20 minutes left and we were winning 2-1, the ball went out for play for a corner, and I thought to myself, a Salah poster on my wall? Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for that motivation. Then with about 10 minutes left, we were winning 3-1, and it really hit me that we're gonna win, that we're gonna be champions. The ball went out for play for a throw-in, and I had a moment to think, and brother, this is true. I started crying. I was sobbing around on that pitch. Nothing like this had ever happened to me before. After a match, yes. Holding a trophy, yes. But not during the match. It was just for 10 seconds, but then the ball was thrown back in play, and I thought, shoot, I have to mark my man. And I came back to my reality and went on playing like a child. As athletes, it is our responsibility to be role models, but we are not superheroes. This is what I'm telling you what happened to me. This is real life. We are human beings. We bleed and we worry like anyone else. 4 Champions League trophies in 5 years, and every single time it was brutal. You see us with the trophy, smiling, but you don't see everything that happened in the story. When I think of all the finals, there's a beautiful movie that plays in my head, but the images flash in reverse, from the end of the story to the beginning. The 2017 finals against Juventus, the movie plays. The boys are sitting around the table as the pre-match lunch. It was me, Casemiro, Danilo, and Cristiano. Total silence. Nobody was saying anything. Everybody was just staring at their food. You can hear people's stomach making funny noises, you know? But nobody's saying anything. It was really intense. Finally, Cristiano says, "Question, guys." We say, "Yes, brother." Cristiano says, "Is it just me who is feeling this pressure in the stomach?" And everybody replies at the same time, "Me too, brother, me too." Nobody wanted to admit it, but if this guy is feeling it, then it's okay that we're all feeling it, you know? Because Cristiano's ice cold, and even he is shitting himself? Bruh, it broke all the tension. Only he could have done that. We shouted to the waiter, "Brother, please bring us some sparkling water. We need some help to get this food down." After that, it was all laughter. As we got up to leave for the stadium, Cristiano told us exactly how the match was going to be, he said. "In the beginning, it will be difficult, but in the second half, we will win peacefully." I will never forget this. He predicted it. Then he said, "Gonna take it down, man. Gonna take it down." We took it down, man. I have this image of his face in my mind, and it is permanently recorded. It is so beautiful. These are stories that I will tell my grandkids. And honestly, in 30 years, when I tell them that I played on the same grass as Cristiano, as Messi, they will probably say, "Grandpa, you're telling us you scored 50 goals in a season? You're lying. You see now. We need to get Grandpa to the doctor." The 2016 final against Atletico, the movie plays. Griezmann is running down the wing, and I'm marking him. The ball goes out of play, and for a moment, I hear his little voice cry out from the stands. Normally, you do not hear anything during a match. You do not see the fans. You think of nothing but your job. Because of this, you feel no anxiety. But for this match in Milan, they had the families of the players sitting by our bench very close to the pitch. All of a sudden, I heard this tiny voice in the distance so clear. "Go, daddy, go! Go, daddy!" It was my son, Enzo. In that moment, I was cramping, and hearing his voice gave me so much strength. When the match went to penalties, I can see the image clearly in my head. Lucas Vazquez picking up the ball and spinning it on his finger as if we were just playing in the park. This quiet kid doing something with so much balls. I remember thinking, this little brat, if he doesn't score, we'll beat him up. Then I can see Lucas scoring super cool. I can see us hugging so tight, waiting for Atletico to take their penalty. Casemiro was on his knees praying, Pepe crying like a child. Then I tell Cristiano, "Juan Fran will miss and you will win it for us, brother." I see Juan Fran missing and Cristiano winning it for us. I see myself sprinting 20 kilometers per hour towards where my family was sitting to hug my wife and my sons. I look completely crazy with happiness. Let's not get everybody's hopes up. Real Madrid is a fairy tale, remember? You don't get on a plane and tell your family, "Ah, yeah, I'm gonna play for Real Madrid, I'll see you later." It's BS. You're dreaming, brother. I remember sitting in the offices of the Real Madrid facility after my physical, and one of the trainers told me, "Well, Marcelo, you have to go buy a suit and a tie for tomorrow." And I said to him, "For real?" "I swear to you this is true." I said, "Gee, brother, a suit and tie? For what?" And the guy said, "What do you mean for what?" "For the presentation at the Bernabeu, son." Ha! When they put the contract in front of me, I signed my name so fast. Bam, Marcelo Vieira da Silva Jr. I would have signed in my blood, brother. I remember it was a 5-year contract, and I made it my goal to be here for 10. Well, it has been 13 years for now, and Marcelinho is from Rio is still here. I'm sorry to those who doubt me, but I'm not going to go anywhere. For me, being the longest serving foreign player to wear the Real Madrid shirt is more than an honor. It is a fairy tale. It is nonsense. It is insane. I hope now after reading this you understand what it means to me. You have to understand where I came from, brother. The final movie plays in my head. I am 8 years old. We're out of money. My family can't afford the gasoline to drive me to football every day. So you know what my grandfather does? He makes a sacrifice that changes my life. He sells the old Volkswagen variant and uses the money for bus fare. Every single day he takes me to training on the public bus. Every day on the crowded 410 in the heat, side by side all across Rio. Every day, no matter how I'm playing, he tells me, "You are the best. You are Marcelinho. One day you're going to play for Brazil. One day I will see you in Maracanã." This image from 25 years ago plays in my head in 4K resolution. I can still smell the inside of that bus. My grandfather gave away his whole life for my dream. His friends teased him when he was broke, and he would say one of his world's famous lines. He'd turn out of his pants pockets and say, "Hell, look at me, I don't have a single penny, but I'm happy as a mother effer." He believed in me. We were partners. It is why I broke down in tears during the Liverpool match when the ball went out of play. Everything came back flooding to me. The movie played in my head. Listen, I don't know how many seasons I have left at Real Madrid, but I can promise you this. Hand to God that I'm going to leave everything on that field this season. Like my grandfather said, my hair, my beard, my mustache, there are so many stories behind the scenes that people don't know. I want to share these stories so that you can understand what we struggle with, what we laugh about, and how far we have come from. I have a lot of stories to tell. For that, you will have to wait a little bit. Coming soon, brother. Coming soon. But for now, I have one final message for those who have doubted us. Real Madrid will be back. You can put that on a poster. Stick it on your wall. Pray to it every night. We will be back.